Hello, hello, my friends. It's Sonia here with Fresh Approach Fitness, a wellness company. And a very special shout out today. It is my honey's birthday. And Tony, happy birthday. Guys, send lots of love this way. So September 20th, 2021. How are you? How have you been over the last week? What is new and exciting? We talk about this every week when we show up, and I definitely hope that you pause for a second and actually think of your answers. Not just to tell me, of course I want to hear them, but it's not just to tell me about them, right? It's to just check in with yourself. Pause, check in with yourself. And we're always in a rush to do more, to do next, to see what else is coming, instead of just being and embracing. I'm guilty of that myself. I've slowed down quite a bit over the years, quite a bit. And settle in today because you're going to enjoy today's episode. It's a little bit different, and that's what I love about these episodes is you're really not walking in knowing what to expect. You know for a fact that it has something to do with meals, movement, mindset, or money. You know that, right? But that's all you know. You never know where I'm going to talk about. And today's a blend of all of it. We have been, people in society, a lot of new people in society have been working at home now for a year and a half, maybe 2 years. And for some of you, that is very, very new. You don't have the structure, the routine. You had to do so much in terms of adapting and changing your schedule and adjusting with the kids or the parents or work or whatever it looks like. And so there's been a lot of adaptation that's happened. And what we're going to talk about today is we're going to talk about the work at home flow from my perspective. Your perspective could be completely different, but hear me out. I'm sure there's something that you can pick up from today's episode that you're going to be able to implement in your day-to-day. So first I'm going to start with sharing a little bit about my day-to-day, probably go off on a couple of tangents like I always do. But truly today was inspired with my dress, not my physical dress. I'm not wearing a dress today, but the way I dress throughout the day. And nobody is home for the most part throughout the day. Sometimes my parents pop in. Sometimes my kids are in and out. But for the most part, I'm not seeing anybody. I'm on Zoom. I'm seeing people. Yes, I do my Facebook Lives and I hop up on YouTube, but I'm actually, besides that, I get up every single day and get dressed. I get up at the exact same time every single day. So we're going to take a deep dive as to what I do throughout the day in terms of some of the highlights. I'm not going to dive deep into everything, or that's not my intention, but it includes, the key points we're going to talk about is, it includes dressing. Obviously, I don't just show up to work in my pajamas. Now, I have loungewear that I will purposely put on, but not pajamas. And we're going to talk about this. Okay, so let's start. Ring, 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 ring. Yeah, no, that's not the sound of my alarm. Maybe boop, boop, beep, 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 beep. Wake up, Sonia. Or if it's Google, it actually says, good morning, supersonic Sonia. Yeah, I got to get that working again. I liked it when she said that to me. So yeah, do yourself a favor. Set your alarm to something that you're going to respond to. Make the sound annoying. That's fine, because if it's too sweet, you're not going to wake up, right? But set that alarm for rise and shine, or it's time to have a fun day, whatever it might be to get you in the right mindset of getting out of bed. And then get out of bed. I used to have more than one alarm, and I don't need more than one alarm anymore. I literally pop out of bed. I'm pretty routine, almost the same time every single day. And the very first thing I do, well, if Tony's up, I'll go and brush my teeth, and then I'll give him a kiss, and then I'll go back to bed. Seriously, I'll go back to bed. I like to do my meditations in the morning. So I seriously like to meditate first thing in the morning, but just in case I miss them or my timing's off, I definitely like to say hello. And this morning's being his birthday, I made sure that I said hello and gave him a kiss before work. And these small little moments, right, are what you miss when you don't have that day-to-day together. And so let's move on from here. I go into meditation first thing. For meditation, sometimes I will hop on my phone because this TikTok is hilarious. But laughter is good for the soul. So whether I hop on my phone, read a book, it's only for a few minutes. It's maybe 15 minutes at most. I'll do one or the other, but typically I go from meditation right into movement. Now, I didn't do that today because on Mondays I do my podcast bright and early in the morning, and it's part of my schedule. But I got plenty of movement this weekend and I might take the Hannah and Gizmo out this afternoon for our movement. Mondays are the only days where it doesn't happen first thing in the morning. So it's kind of a bad example, but every other day of the week, mindset, then I go into movement. Then I come back and I shower and I get ready for work. But as I'm getting ready, I'm listening to either a podcast or a book I've downloaded. That's where I do some of my personal development work. And also, that's where I tend to do my affirmations. I have affirmations beside my mirror in the bedroom when I'm getting ready. And these affirmations, I'm actually going to go read them to you now. I'm sure I've said them to you before, but I'm actually going to go read them to you in case you're not already doing this. Remember, the intention of today is to give you a few things to add to your list that you may or may not already be doing. The first one, I look and say this in the mirror: what is the best that can happen? I am so joyous and grateful now that all of my needs and desires are met before I even ask. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I expect magic and miracles. What is the best that can happen? I say that every day, twice a day, looking in the mirror. Okay. The second one I say every day, twice a day, looking in the mirror, is my affirmation towards money. Money, I am so grateful for you. I am alive today and I wouldn't be without you. Every day you are there for me, taking care of me, and I can't thank you enough. You enable me to be, do, and have all of my heart's desires. You're always showing up in unexpected ways to surprise me, and it feels like a fun game. I love it when you are showing up. Thank you for your generous nature and for giving me a life of freedom. I love you. Then there's two more things I had about money. Money flows to me effortlessly and easily. I am open to receive. And for every dollar I spend, I get that back 3 times the amount. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I say these affirmations twice a day as I'm looking in the mirror. And the first time I say it is always, always, always when I'm getting ready. So, getting ready. Let's talk about that for a second. What's your dress code like? Do you get up? Do you do your hair? Do you do your makeup? Do you get dressed? Or do you just put on a fresh pair of pajamas? Or are they even a fresh pair of pajamas? Or do you even shower? There are some things that are going to make your day so much better. Get up at the same time. Every single day. Even if that's just Monday to Friday, you're going to find that your weekends are going to slip into that same pattern as well. When you choose your outfit for the day, what are you choosing and why? So I don't wear a lot of black at all. And what inspired this conversation today is lately, this has been about a year ago, but lately again, so about a year ago, I was craving shirts that were flowy. And here's why. If I wasn't in workout wear, I was in pajamas because I was teaching so many classes. Maybe a year and a half ago. So I was always wearing workout wear. And that is restrictive. And it's tight against your body, which is fine. But it didn't help the energy flow for me whatsoever all the time. So yes, of course, I would be able to increase energy through movement, but it didn't just naturally flow. And a year ago, I came really in tune with the fact that I really, really, really needed energy to flow through me and that my wardrobe wasn't working for me. I'm not sure where I was in terms of a place. I know I'm much happier these days, but I know my clothes definitely represent a bigger part of my story now. When you wear something that you feel good in, anything, you are a lot more confident. How many times have you gone somewhere and you weren't sure what to wear, so you would call a friend, or you would check what the dress code was? Now, how many times have you just worn whatever you felt like wearing and you shone so bright it didn't matter what anybody else is wearing? Every day I shine bright with what I'm wearing. And if I don't like it, I take it off and put something else on. So last week I saw some longer, I'm short, I'm not 5'4", I'm not that short, but longer skirts. So they go between my calf, halfway down my calf. So somebody that's taller, it's going to go closer to their knee, right? and it's like a burnt orange color. And I saw it and I didn't get it. And then I was at a park with my grandson this weekend and I saw the lady wearing the skirt and I'm like, I love your skirt. Where'd you get it? The same place where I saw it a week ago. So I went and picked it up this week and I got a burnt orange skirt and the same color in beige. Okay. And they only had the two colors and I hesitated on getting the beige one, but here's why. A lot of the clothes I wore this summer are flowy. The skirt is flowy. I can wear a nice Zaya fitted top with it, which is what I'm wearing today. I'm actually wearing the Hendrix tank with a little bit of color, and this burnt orange skirt. It's really cute. Not an outfit I would have thought about putting together, but the way I feel, the confidence, the flow, when you dress every single day based on your energy levels, it makes a big difference with how you impact the rest of the day. Because you know why? You've taken the time to make yourself feel good. You've listened to yourself. You've made yourself important enough to choose an outfit that makes yourself feel good. So as you're transitioning your wardrobes from summer, and some of you may have already shared this, to fall, there can be some simple transition pieces. I have my favorite plaid shirts in a box beside me here that I need to be pulling out into my wardrobe. I have some sweaters, but it doesn't mean it all has to shift. So it doesn't have to shift significantly. So before I go too far within my my wardrobe, I want to talk a little bit more about my day. So after I get dressed in the morning, I figure out which day I'm at. And normally I just kind of go into my breakfast, which normally first thing, because after I've exercised, I'm super hungry. So I will have a really healthy cereal. It's called Kashi. We've got two brands that are absolute favorites, and they're family favorite cereals. High in protein, high in fiber. I do have an Arbonne shake a little bit later in the morning. It's like my second breakfast, if you would. Those are my two non-negotiables. So what I mean by non-negotiables is it means I will have other things, but not until I've had those two things. I have so much spinach in my smoothie that I'm going to get so much energy and nutrients from the spinach that there's no reason to eat other things because they're not going to give me the nutrients that I'm looking for until I've had my non-negotiables. So then I settle into work. Well, normally I'll go onto my social media, do my lives, and then get ready to start my work day. Because I know you know this by now. It's been a year since I've been working full time, still showing up for you every Monday, still being there for my family, still balancing it all just like you. I'm coming from a place where I'm living this every day. So yes, I work in my home office, so I don't really go anywhere. But anybody could show up anytime, and I would feel presentable. I don't dress for anybody else. I dress for how I feel that particular day. Okay. I normally work till about 9 to 11-ish. Then I take a first break. Get outside, normally hop on a TikTok for a second or do some laundry or dishes or whatever it looks like. Take a first break. So remember, we're talking about the work at home flow here. Second, then I go back to work until about 12:31 because, at this point I'm starting to get fidgety. And I might step away from the computer for another 5-10 minutes and then come back. So a much shorter break typically, but just walk around, catch my breath, get outside. So my breaks are normally outside. I get that fresh air as much as I can. Or I will take those 5 and 10 minutes and get some work done around the house. Unload the dishwasher, load up the dishwasher, fold a load of laundry if they didn't get done yet. Do some dusting. I'm not rushing through those jobs though, but I do those jobs typically throughout the day. Not every day. Sometimes throughout the week I touch base on them, but like normally at the end of the day, the house has been cleaned again. Like it's clean. It's back to normal. So then there's lunch. I like to take my lunch at 2. I do. Sometimes I'll eat at my desk if I'm really hungry because I would have had a morning snack in there likely. And one of my morning snacks is a protein bar cut up with an apple and a handful of almonds. So I'm mixing my protein, my carbohydrates, and my fats all in one, and that's going to serve as a mini snack, and that's going to bring me closer to my meal. I've fallen in love with these bag salads as part of my lunch. So I'm going to be diving into those this week. I tried one last week, ate the same one for 3 days. That's not like me, but I like different kind of salads. So I'm certainly looking forward to trying these ones today. I'm actually going to tell you what they're called because it is so good that it is so, so, so worth trying if you're adventurous. Let's pop into the fridge here and see. Okay. Yep, that's me making noise. So the first one is a sweet kale salad, and it's got green cabbage, kale, broccoli stalks, radicchio, and dressing. And the dressing, it also has Brussels sprouts, dried cranberries, pumpkin seeds, and the dressing is a poppy seed dressing. Really, really good. The other one I picked up, Strawberry Harvest. Red cabbage, carrots, cabbage, broccoli, kale, feta cheese, almonds, crispy quinoa, and strawberry vinaigrette. Like amazing, mouth-watering, right? Just the sound of it. And this third one I picked up, this third one is watermelon crunch. Again, roasted almonds, feta cheese, roasted watermelon seeds with watermelon vinaigrette. Doesn't that just sound like you want to eat that lunch? Okay, so we're up to lunchtime now, and I almost always, every single week, cook 2 chicken breasts and put them in the fridge so they're grabbed and go. They're shredded, they're grab and go. So it makes my lunch easier because I am not going to sit there and take an hour and figure out what I'm going to make over my lunch. That's the last thing I want to do. Normally over my lunches, I train with my clients. I will coach a client, or I will do some personal development myself, or I might take the dogs for a, you know what, because they can hear me. They can hear me right now. They're following me because I see my shoes on. So I might take them out with me. Sometimes my mom and my daughter and my grandson, they pop in and we'll sit outside and have lunch, or we'll sit in the house and have lunch. So I do like to make my lunch pretty easy for 2 reasons. In case I need a snack earlier and I'm hungry, it's grab and go. Or I just like to maximize my downtime. Who doesn't, right? Let's be honest. So afternoon snacks. Because I go back to work. So normally I'm done. I get an hour for lunch, so then I'm back at work by 3. So the reason I set up the schedule is because I work 9 to 6. So I like to take a later lunch, and that way there my afternoon is that much quicker. So I work till 3. Normally I'm good until about 4:30, depending on when I've eaten. Then I'll grab carrots, celery, hummus, something light before we eat dinner. And I take a break. That's when I normally take my afternoon break, is when Tony comes home. He's home around 4:30. I take 15 minutes with him, and then I do the last power hour, if I can, of calls, and focus as hard as I can for my day job and try to reach as many people as I can. So I focus between 5 and 6 and work as hard as I can. Now, the fun part starts. Da-da-da-da. Day's not done, my friends. I've got a 12-step commute until dinner. Yep. Amazingly enough, he normally makes dinner almost every night because, in other words, we're waiting a little bit longer for me to cook, right? Which isn't a problem. So, 12-step commute. Haven't regressed the day yet. Haven't shaken it off. So sometimes in the afternoon or in the morning, I'll crank the music for a song and I'll just dance. Just so you know. I know. I'm telling you about my daytime routine, and we talked about clothes, but we're going to circle back to clothes in a minute. Don't worry. Don't worry. So 6 o'clock at night, we eat dinner. Then I take a break until 7:30 most nights. It depends if I'm coaching and when I'm coaching clients. Sometimes that's shifting a little bit. And then I go back to work on my own business between 7:30 and 9 every night. Sometimes I'm too tired and I don't do it. Twice a week I'm teaching Fusion 15 at 7:30. So Fusion 15 done, 8 o'clock. Then I might come back and get a little bit of work done, and I might not. It really depends how I'm at throughout the day. But hear me out. If I wasn't wearing something comfortable, if I wasn't wearing something that would help me move and jump from activity to activity, if I wasn't wearing something that makes me feel confident, I wouldn't be able to flow through any of that. And we haven't even headed into the bedtime routine yet, have we? No, we haven't. So a couple of things. Let's finish up our day, and then we're going to come back and fill in the blanks in a few spots I've missed. All right. So 9 o'clock, 9:15, I end my day 100%, get ready for bed. Tony and I meet on the couch at 9:30 for a date night almost every single night. We have tea and a treat, and we unwind for an hour, hour and a half. I'll sometimes do a little bit of light reading then, but then I always read before I go to bed as well. So there's my day. A couple things I missed. Some things that are super, super important. In the morning, right before I start work. Sometimes it's right after I've started work, and work can hear this. That's okay. Doesn't matter to me. I actually take 15 minutes and do some grounding work. So what I mean by that is I grab some of my oracle cards, I read them. Whichever essential oil came out in one of the cards, if I chose that deck, I will put that essential oil on the diffuser in this space where I'm working all day. Take some deep breaths, and I will write out my affirmations and my gratitudes and my expectations for the day. I will write down an affirmation for work that I write down every single day. I am willing to get uncomfortable to see what I am capable of. And when it comes, and then I write down my goal. And then when it comes to my job, I write down as well my affirmation for the day, who I'm attracting, and what it is that I would like to achieve. Super happy about this routine. I take this 15-minute of grounding work every single day before I actually start any work, but I'm settled in at my desk. Here's what it does. It helps me focus my intention on the direction that I want to go for the day. It helps me settle into my morning and my day. Okay? It helps me goal set. It helps me stay focused. More importantly, though, again, when I am comfortable, when I have my back straight and my chest open, and I've let all that stress go for the day, I can easily start my day with a clear slate of intentions. This is why journaling is so important every day. So let's go back to the clothes and the attire. All right. So now you know what I do during the day. And sometimes I'm personal training. Monday to Thursday, I'm teaching fitness classes. I'm going for a bike ride with my girlfriend twice a week. So I'm doing a bunch of different things. Okay. Movement is important to me. I don't want to be wearing something restrictive ever. In the summer, I wore some dresses quite a bit. And I know I won't be wearing those summer dresses all winter. I just won't be. But I will be wearing some of the really cute romper tops that I had, and with matching shorts. I'm going to put the shorts away for the pajama pile for the season, and I'm going to wear the shirts with a sweater and maybe a pair of yoga pants from Zaya. So I'm going to mix and match my wardrobe as much as I can to help my day feel comfortable. Because when you're in flow, you can fluidly make it through every part of your day. Fluidly. So lately, I've been looking at loungewear that is also outdoor wear, that is also everyday wear. It's kind of like looking for a unicorn. So like I said, right now, and I'll snap a picture of this and put it up on my Facebook community. So if you want a picture, let me know. It's adorable. It's a long burnt orange skirt with a really cute Zaya top. Nothing you would ever hear of. But ladies listening to this, hormones, busyness, hot, cold, dress in layers, my friends. I could easily throw a sweater over top of what I'm wearing and go out for the day. If it's that cold, it's still warm here. So how can you mix and match your wardrobe from summer into fall and winter, keeping some of your favorite pieces in with the intention, though, of your day and feeling good? I'm not saying you can't add black or you can't wear white, but how do you make yourself shine? Or do you just grab and go? Can't grab and go. Got to make yourself feel good. You really, really do. So here's why. Here's why we talked about the work at home flow, the wardrobe, putting yourself put together. Because working from home isn't everything that it's cracked up to be. It's not. You really, really, really need to be able to handle it. You're isolated. You're recluse. You've got chaos around you. There's the world happening right beside you as you're trying to focus on a conversation. You know, working from home can be awesome in the right setting with the right environment. But if you got the cats throwing up or the kids crying or people walking in and not knowing that you are actually working, you got to stay focused. You also want to be able to move fluidly. Okay. So when you went away to work, you had a drive or a commute, and now that's not necessarily the case. And I hope for the majority of the people listening to this, that is not the case, because I know most of you do social selling in the meantime, right? And you want to be working at home more often. So there's a couple of things I really want to hone in on from our conversation today. Communicate your expectations with anybody who will be home with you while you're working from home, whether you're dressed up or not dressed up. You know, normally And this is part of the reason why I get dressed. When I'm dressed for the day, I'm working, right? If I'm a little bit more lounging on the weekend, I'm wearing something completely different than my work clothes. And my work clothes might be fun and fashionable and colorful and bright, but I'm in a work mode, okay? And people know that I don't change again until after I do my workout, or I'm about to do my workout, or I don't change again until pajamas. So I use my clothes, my wardrobe, as a way of letting myself and other people know what time of day I'm in, what category I'm in, how I'm functioning. Another way of doing that is to also communicate clear expectations with anyone who'll be home with you. Take clear breaks. Walk away from your space. Interact with other humans, not just the animals. I do a big mix of both. I ride with my girlfriend twice a week. We take our bikes out. I see personal training clients 3 or 4 days a week, depending on their schedules. I'm teaching Fusion 15. I see my honey. I see my kids. I see my parents. So, yes, I do interact with other people, other humans. Here's another thing we do, and you heard me talk about this when I went through my day. Prepare meals the night before. That way, if you are going out, if you're making a conscious decision to go out on your lunch, you're doing it for different reasons. You're not just doing it because you need to go pick up something to eat, and then you're going to make a bad choice, and you're going to be lethargic and tired or bloated in the afternoon. And then you can't wear that cute outfit that you wanted to wear because you have to put your track pants on, right? No more. Prepare meals the night before. We do. I know I'm a grab and go kind of girl, so there's grab and go food in that fridge for me, like those salads I was telling you about. Make sure you eat regularly and stick to your typical sleep patterns as much as you can. So we consistently go to bed around 10:30. Sometimes I'm not tired at 10:30. Believe me, this weekend with my grandson and being up super early on Saturday, I will be going to bed at 9 or at 10:30 every single night this week, I'm sure of it. But keep that on a routine as much as you can. Make sure your employer knows your expectations somehow. I work from 9 to 6. I clock off very shortly after 6, and I start right around 9. Sometimes I'm a little bit early, but I work hard throughout the day. I know I do. And if I'm on a call at 6, I'm not going to wrap it up unless I have somewhere to go. I'm going to see where it gets me. But I'm not saying I don't work over and I don't go over and above. However, my employer knows I'm going to be done right around 6. If you're looking at work from home, join a remote-friendly company. Somebody that believes in them. And then your confidence is going to shine through a little bit more. And you're going to notice that your wardrobe is going to change a little bit more. Start a home-based business. Start a freelance. If you're looking to work from home and you're not sure what to do, definitely look into one of those. Definitely. Give it a shot, because a lot of employers have asked people to go back to work. And is that really, really, really what you want? To go back into what you were doing before, driving, commuting, time away from your family. All right, I know you're curious. You want to get into the goods. You want to know what I actually wear every day, don't you? I know. Cool and comfortable, flowy. Those are pretty much my requests. Comfortable, flowy, something that brings the energy around. But I don't wear lack of color. I love the color. So, one more tip for you. If my hair is up in a high bun, it means I didn't have time for my shower to do my hair. So that is one thing I will do as a shortcut. And then when I pull it out, it looks really, really cute. But today I might actually curl my hair because I have time. I'm a little bit ahead of the game. So yes, I do my hair. Yes, I do my makeup. Yes, I do my affirmations. Yes, I do my journaling. Yes, I ground myself and get ready for the day every single day. I also dress for success, my kind of success. I dress for the life that I want to be living, not now, but in my future. My future self is doing workshops and retreats and living at a cottage, right? You've heard me talk about my coffee cup. You've heard me talk about my cottage dream. Well, what kind of clothes does she wear at the cottage? She's not wearing a business suit. Nope. She's wearing what I'm wearing now is something functionable, fashionable, fun, colorful, bright, inviting, relaxing. Those are the words that make up my wardrobe. Nothing dark and dreary, fun, inviting, relaxing. So loungewear. Loungewear rompers are one of my favorite things to wear. Again, you can wear a cardigan or a sweater over top. Nobody needs to be the wiser. If you have a super work meeting, just throw a button-up shirt over top. That's it. Or a nice sweater. Or I just pop into those meetings with what I'm wearing right now because it looks like a really cute top. I like looking in the mirror, believe it or not, and seeing how cute the outfit looks on me. I'm not sitting there saying, woo, I look hot today. I mean, maybe I do if I'm wearing my tiara, but that's not the point. It's how confident I feel in what I'm wearing. I don't have to think twice about what I'm wearing for the day. It can still be dresses. It can still be fun summer pieces. We only need to put a few of the super, super light stuff away. Like I won't be wearing those summer dresses, but I know I will be wearing a few of the pieces, and more of the winter skirts and yoga pants and the loungewear. So how do you dress for success? Do you have flow when it comes to working from home? I'm going to put all of this together. I want to hear from you. Is your wardrobe the same thing? Is your wardrobe a true reflection of how you feel on the inside? Is it fun and vibrant? Thanks for chiming in, guys. I love these podcasts. They're the highlight of my week, believe it or not. I love just getting on here and sharing with you everything towards how I make up my life as my best life now and how I'm not waiting for another day or the future. Okay, have yourself a fantastic week. I want to hear about your wardrobe and take a look at this cute pic as soon as I get it together.